Okay, YouTube, today we are going to be reacting to Ren's Money Game. I am so excited about this. You guys know I love Ren. I am really new to him, and I've been getting so much requests from the Ren fans, and I appreciate it, you guys. You guys are awesome. The best energy. I get it. Ren is amazing. And I know you guys been requesting this for a while, but you guys know I'm a new YouTuber and I've been struggling with learning the technology, learning the copyright stuff. I filmed like an army of videos and some of them was popular music, but so much of it got copyrighted. And you guys know how sad that is when you spend 2 hours editing and then just to find out it says this is blocked in all territories. But luckily, Ren is one that is very kind to us reactors. But anyway, we're going to be back on track and I'm going to be reacting to lots of Ren because he's a safe artist to react to. And I am so lucky because he is an amazing artist. Like, I literally am obsessed and I've been waiting to react to him with you guys. I've only heard maybe a few of his songs, so remember to like and subscribe to join my chaotically creative community. I do music reactions weekly. One of them is one of your requests, so put it down below. The most liked comment I will do next week. And I try to do like popular songs in between. This channel is going to eventually, I'm going to be doing lots of different things, such as like share my own music. I love making music. And I think it'd be fun to react to other types of content as well. So if you guys have any ideas, like crazy TikTok compilations, whatever, put it down below. I just might experiment every now and then, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, let's get back to the point. Yeah, it's chaotic here, so join. This is a community of creative people. That's what I want to build. Something of a proud jacks of all trades, right? Speaking of creative, Ren is so talented, and I cannot wait to react to this. So yeah, guys, I'm so sorry that I disappeared for a little bit, but I promise you guys I'm going to be back consistently. I have a way better method of doing this all. It's just been a learning curve. I do this all by myself. I'm from a town of 500 people. I started doing this for fun. I started out with Eminem, and I did not expect that video to pop off. But yeah, so now we're here. And I am so happy. It led me to Ren. I have never heard of him. Like I said, I've only maybe seen 3 to 4 of his. So this is one that was highly requested. This is Ren Money Game, and I'm going to do all of them in one go. And I generally try to do most of my remarks at the end, but just to keep it within fair use. And also, I need to digest the information, or I might quite literally might have a heart attack, I swear, because like I get so hyped up. It's just who I am. I just like when I feel hype, I need a break. And so to gather, just to take in the material. So like I know some of you like it when I pause less, some of you like it when I pause more. I'm just gonna be myself, okay? Like I'm not trying to be too chatty or too not chatty. I just depends on the song. You know, sometimes I want to take it and other times no. Usually when it comes to rap songs, I think it's nice when you pause it. But is this a rap song? I don't know. He's surprised me every time. I At first I was like, is this guy a singer? And I was like, oh, yes. And then I was like, if this man can rap, is he a rapper? He's always surprised me with every video. So let's see. Ooh, this is like a cowboy vibe.
Strange times we're living in, welcome put fear in you. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Read runs through parliament and
just right off the bat, I have a feeling this is about greed. And I mean, obviously, this is stuff that I am super interested in. Whenever it comes to the rich and powerful, especially here in America, I always am like looking at them sideways. I don't trust them fully, you know? Because it's all about material to them. When you're a creative, it's not about what you make. Ooh, I'm gonna try to be rich and blah 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 blah. No, it's about like I want to make something meaningful and beautiful. And there's a lot of corporate greed here in the U.S. Not that I'm political. I don't get into politics, dude. It just makes me unhappy. Politics cause division, and I am not a division causer. If that makes sense, I will accept anyone, be kind to anyone, listen to anyone's point of view respectfully, even if I disagree with them. And I try not to have strong opinions on things I don't feel like I'm very educated in. And a lot of people in politics, I feel like you have to have strong opinions in order to get your points across. And so it's just not something that I think would be like a good niche for me. But
Terriers, devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theories, strike fearing, weary minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships, nearly blinded by illusions to choose. But who's fooling who? Bullshit.
Okay, I'm just saying, when was this made? Oh, it was made a year ago. Okay. I mean, I know he's not from America, but some would say that's going on. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm not political, so I'm not making a stand or anything. You guys see, I react to everything from Eminem to Tom McDonald. Those two are like opposites politically. And I like both of them. So yeah, I just listen to everyone's art. You know, everyone has a reason why they are the way they are. And that's why I am more of a peacemaker. The corruption and things like that aren't necessarily within people who are just trying to do their best with what they know, even if they're wrong. It's mainly the billionaires on top. If are they snakes? Are they giving us the right information? That's what people need to be looking at, because those are the people that make money off of division, if that makes sense. That's where I always have distrust, is when it comes to when there's too much power. That's why I really liked Eminem. I looked up to him because he went from the bottom to the top. And those are people I tend to get behind just because I can relate more and I feel more. Like if I ever became a famous singer, I would want to go to little towns and help people make songs. I could reach out, but it's just there's so much corruption out there who like to prey on people, especially like me, you know? That's why I like to be in my little bubble and why I figure crap out by myself. But I'll shut up. I know we're not too far in, so my bad. So yeah, let's go back.
Your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. Pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets the whole world burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. Money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game.
Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we got.
I love it. He goes from rapping to singing. I wish I could do that. People would probably make fun of me. I'd become a meme. I'd be like the Rickroll dude. This is the thing too. I like to look at philosophy more than anything. It's just the philosophy of people who are greedy it's very cruel. Yeah, so like if I ever somehow my music popped off when I put it out, or I become like a Tara Yummy, which I don't expect. I think it's stupid when people go and buy designer stuff. That's just to impress other rich people. I'd rather give that to someone who needs it. What is a meaningful life? Is it really materialistic? In the end, we're all gonna die. The king and the pawn go into the same chess set in the end, go in the same box. So I think about death every day. That sounds very morbid, but I've lost lots of people. When I pass, I would rest easy knowing that I used whatever influence I had to help someone, not to keep it to myself. You know, help my parents, pay off their debt, whatever. I went on a cruise for the very first time in my life, guys. And the amount of money someone would spend on a watch would change like hundreds of people's lives. And that blew my mind. And I'm not saying like, oh, hey, hand out everything you built to everyone. No, there's got to be a balance. But like, I don't see the point in living in a way that impresses other rich people is all I'm saying. But yeah, let's go.
Blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. But point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
So good.
This whole money game.
Oh, I did the face. Sorry, guys. I just watched this thing where it was like, millennials make this face when they're like really hyper or something. And I'm a Gen Z, but I'm like, sometimes I make that face. The freak. That means that he was speaking facts, though.
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas that keep us separate, and it makes us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say proudly through gritted teeth, it's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. When did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, because us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered and murdered our savages, colonized all of the rest. It's called hypocrisy.
Oh! What? know. He always surprises you. And I just love he builds the song as he goes. There's like this thing where like artists maybe like Lana Del Rey or they do this thing where the music shapes around them, you know, and he does that with his guitar, and I love that. I mean, this is like a viewpoint a lot of people have about the U.S. for sure. Yeah, and it's funny because he's talking about some of the things I mentioned at the beginning, guys. I literally am writing a song about this, guys. It's literally about hypocrisy and division. I called it Steel and Silk. It sounds kind of weird, but it's a poetic take on this because you know, steel and silk are both like materials that are very high quality, but one can, you know, be a weapon and the other can be soft and make you feel good. And I kind of see division like that. There's someone who's mad, and then there's someone who feels like they're being attacked, something like that. And they could even think that it's the other way around. So I wrote a song about this. But anyway, let's go back.
To distorted lies, poison in the vein, but we got to point and blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror.
He's such a philosopher.
We're all part of this old money game. This old money game. This old money game.
I paused it because a commercial break came on. Oh my goodness. Is there something going on where he's at? Because I don't know.
Strange time of living in panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through.
He was talking about America. What? See, I just know he's not American. I just know he's not American. It probably was an obvious thing. A fascination of mine recently. I've been literally watching people traveling to other countries just to see different cultures because I just think it's so cool. There's like other humans with grew up in different environments. And it's funny because you'll find a lot of the problems that causes tensions between countries is the government. It's not the people itself. I mean, yeah, people in the comment, you guys could say, oh, but I disagree with them in this way and this way and this way. Everyone's different, and you can't find a way to hold someone's hand and, you know, lift someone up in the ideal you want unless you listen to how they were brought up. And that's the problem with division is people they don't want to understand. Okay, let's go back.
Strange time of living in panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America,
I love that.
Split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politics.
Is this just a creative thing, bro? Because my biggest pet peeves tends to be people who are hypocritical. It's just people who are stubbornly. It's like, okay, everyone has their moments. When it's like someone who's just like calling someone out for being, oh, you're this and you're that, but then they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same division thing. It's fascinating.
A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game.
Oh, rain.
That's so good. This is philosophical. What did he say?
Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game.
Oh, rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we got to point and blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Okay, just another thought I'm having is like sometimes people on the top, they want to keep people down in a way. They make money off of keeping people trapped in a certain frame of society. I'm not saying this is a right or left point of view. I'm just saying in general. You see this a lot because you know what's the easiest thing when you're a rich person? Altruism is the easiest social cause to make you look better as a rich person. I'm just saying, there's some people who are genuine about the things that they fight for, and there's some rich people that aren't. They're making money off of you. And it pisses me off because it's like they're making money off of people who are genuinely struggling, and they're trying to keep them struggling. And it's like these people don't even realize it. Like there's people who also don't fight for it at all and are just greedy and just want power. And that's more of an obvious one. But I just think that that's one thing Americans don't realize as much as they should.
Light the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game.
Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins.
I love this. Such a good voice. This is like a different genre. It's like blues or jazzy. How does he do that? Sorry. I love this so much. It's hard to not talk. Holy, he's showing a lot.
Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his fingering crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a show, then you're just a fucking waste, man. Free, it's monopoly.
Chills.
Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly.
Guys, chills. Yes, like sometimes we all fall victim to this. It's not, I don't think it's always just, like I've made videos for like brands as in micro influencer. By no means am I famous. It's like $50 here and there every month, but it helps me support myself. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing my best to do. I try to make sure everything I do and put out is, genuine with my character. It's good to be aware of it so you don't lose yourself.
Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a show,
Masked Singer?
Just a fucking waste, man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells
I just
must
guessed.
sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4. Expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5. Why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6. Guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7. Press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8. Big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours.
That was targeted. Well, we know where Brent stands. Oh, gee. Like I said, I'm not into politics. I really try to stay out of it as much as I can. But I'm against corporate greed, and I'm against the government becoming too powerful and us worshiping it like a cult. I think that that's dangerous.
Be the president of the United States. 8.
This is already so long, Jesus Christ.
That's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore.
I love that.
Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game.
I love the hums. I do this a lot in the music I'm making. I love it. Next part. I bet everyone outside of the US is so fascinated by the US. We probably seem like we're all over the place. I love the visuals. Oh, he could play piano too? Jeez. Never sees us. He always has a surprise in store. Oh, is that Ren? I guess I really wouldn't know. But are you kidding me? If I swear, if it turns around and that's Ren. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe it's not. Very, very creative though. I like it. Samuel. I love this song. This is about so many things that I like to write about. Oh my gosh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who is that? So creative. Sorry, guys. I thought he was going to pull the mask off. Yes. 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 Whoa! I'm sorry, guys. Just I'm getting chills. I guess I cannot say for sure if that was Ren on the piano, but I would not be surprised. I mean, he pulled the mask up, but you never know. With like, technically, he could have had someone play and then cut it. But I don't think I think Ren played it. I'm gonna put my bet on that he did. Regardless, the man is multi-talented and just immediately right off the bat, this type of beat is the type that I love. This like melancholy, angelic. Oh my god, this is what I try to make with my songs on a soul level. Every time I say soul, man, I feel like I can't because I'm a ginger. Maybe this is giving me a soul, but I feel like I really would be really good friends with him. I feel like we're very similar. Hmm.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. One
Oh,
years old and his first words were mine.
I love the stories by Ren. He tells some great stories, man. If he ever has a kid, I would want bedtime stories every night.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His dad
Yes! Sorry. I just, everything he's touching in this song is stuff that I've noticed philosophically as well. Look, I came from a very humble background, like I'm saying, but there is, okay, I worked at a daycare, right? For like a year or two. And I love kids, but I will say the ones that did not seem to have as much empathy were the ones that tended to be raised by who are spoiled. Like, and I'm not saying, oh, be hard on your child, tough love. But there's some kids that aren't taught that. And that's what raises narcissists, in my opinion, or encourages sociopathy. I will say, I mean, a dark trait of mine that I'm trying to get over is I sometimes see these child who were born in these privileged homes and they're given everything they want. They really are. Like if they want, to have more exposure on social media, they're mommy and daddy boost it. You know what I mean? I have to do everything by scratch. I've always had to do everything by scratch. I had to work so hard in order to just make people open-minded to the fact I was doing it. And then now they're supportive now that I'm having a tiny bit of success. So it's just like, as at the daycare, the kids who would bite the other kids is the ones that were taught to be self-centered, selfish, to have disregard for others, to be the best all the time. And yes, I mean, I worked hard in the things I did. Like, I was an overachiever as a kid, but it wasn't because I felt like I was better than anyone or I should be better than anyone. That's not how I was taught. Sorry, guys, I'm talking so much. But this is the stuff I'm interested in. And so it's really hard. And it's so prevalent to the US right now.
A bunch, and when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop
Such
it.
a good shit.
Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
This is such a Ren thing I've noticed. Just from the few things I've seen from him. He is such a storyteller. And I'm not saying all rich kids are bad by any means. Like, you can't control who you're born to, let alone being born. Who asked to be here? None of us. It's just the parents. They need to make sure to be aware to raise them a certain way. I don't know what advice to tell them, but all I know is a lot of the rich, spoiled kids that I saw at the daycare were the kids that bit people. And did they care? No. Although they were cute, like I love all kids, but it just scared me about their future. I don't think you should teach that materials are what matters. The adult in this instance is trying to say that the power should be your motivation. It's very important for everyone to wake up every day and realize all of this stuff on the outside, this is a vehicle to experience the world, but you know, like when you're just around someone and they just make you feel good, like it's almost like they have this energy that just lifts you up. Like, I think people need to work on that, and work on doing things from authenticity. I don't think most humans are bad at their core. They're always tainted by these powerful people trying to control them like puppets.
Po-po inside of his pocket. 35. He gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36. Getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37. Eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38. With a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39. Getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again.
I'm just saying. This was made a year ago, but didn't the US under Trump claim we're gonna go against the cartel? Random thing, bro.
And then chasing the dragon. 39. Getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Has anyone been to one of Ren's concerts? I bet they're incredible. It's like a whole movie. Alright, so we got interrupted by an ad.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named
Cinematic.
Jimmy. He was 40
Another story.
and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of the city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves.
This is reminding me of Me Before You. I actually love that movie.
Inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him. And it's a version of she. And it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame.
Yeah.
The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and
Holy
fame. Cut the music.
Ren is giving me chills right now.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life.
Is he single? I'm just saying. Just curious. This man is smart.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we design. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
What? Tell me, Ren. No! No! That's not what I... Oh, my lord. Put it down, bruh. Oh, Jesus.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains.
Huh?
But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me,
Yep. Exactly what I said.
then there's no future I see where the humans
Okay,
survive
put
with
the-
parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds.
God.
Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Ren. Oh my gosh. I'm scared. I'm scared, bro. I don't like stuff like this.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again.
He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Oh my goodness. Oh, at least it didn't make the bang noise. Wow, guys. That was a long film. I'm honestly gonna have to cut a lot of the parts of me talking out because Jesus, I don't want to make this like this is so long. Ah! If you want me to put the uncut version out, maybe I'll make like a Patreon, but this is literally like an hour long. This is stuff that I'm fascinated by because I feel like I've seen like and no one's perfect. I can't, but I've had friends of all different backgrounds. Some, like I said, that were super spoiled, and I've noticed all these patterns. Recently, I'm reading this thing called Tibetan Book of the Dead. It's like a Buddhism text related to yeah, it's a long story, but I don't know if it's real, but regardless, it talks about how in death, basically you will be you'll see a light and that represents every part of yourself. And I think it kind of assumes that that version is just like good at your core, but to some people it's scary. So then they start to go through all these visions. It starts with like the best parts of themselves. They might see different characters that kind of like angels and demons. They see angels that represent different parts of themselves, and then they go down to the demons that represents parts that they rejected or suppressed. And that's where like this idea of hell came in, is like you might be stuck in your own projection if you will not accept that part of yourself. Long story, I'm still learning. I know I'm not perfect, but anyways, my point with that is I find that book fascinating because I find stuff like the unconscious and Carl Jung fascinating. And that's kind of tied into this stuff because people cause this division, like politics, hierarchies, all of this exists because of humans. They're not true, you know? Money exists because of humans. I can't say the rap exactly, but he said something like, this is an extension of you as well. You can't just say you're innocent and that person's bad. Like the Tibetan book, I mentioned it because I kind of see things like that too. I see other people, like, yes, someone can be a bad person and not represent who we are at all. But kind of taken that responsibility to try to spread love, to heal those people who I think might be lost. They're created from certain greedy, bad projections. Humans will, always have this ongoing battle with that stuff. But yeah, I just found that philosophy interesting, and it kind of like just kind of goes with this theme because it's like I've always kind of wondered. I don't know if you guys have seen Lucifer on Netflix, but basically people who are trapped in their own guilt. That's what hell is. And I've had a dream where I went to hell, but it was because I was cursed and I wasn't supposed to be there, but it was Earth, basically. And all of those ideas have just fascinated me. I just think mastering your awareness, understanding your unconscious rather than suppressing it even more. Yeah. Because I think that's what causes a lot of people to go crazy and be evil is when dad said, no, you must succeed. That's the goal. Material, material. And if you base your whole life on your status, your material, you're going to get really unhappy. I think that's why we see a lot of like famous people commit suicide, unfortunately, because they realize status and materials don't cause happiness and they don't understand another way that will cause. They don't have another avenue for that. They never built that bridge. So it's important to teach kids the bridge. Yeah, I don't know if I'm making sense. And it's hard because every time I say something, I feel like I need to over explain it because I know that there's always another side to the coin. It's probably unnecessary, but an amazing song. I love this. This is going on my favorites playlist. I love this philosophical type music. This is my favorite type of stuff, guys. But anyway, amazing. Absolutely love this. I'm going to have to cut this quite a bit because this got me on so many rants, and that shows how much I love it. I mean, sometimes I'm like so shocked I don't talk, but if you guys have any more requests, I will do one of your guys's next week, as long as it won't get copyrighted. But And if you have any others outside of music, please put it down below. I would love to look at like funny compilations. And yes, I will be doing more Ren. I'm going to try to post at least 2 to 3 a week, and we're just going to make it a goal to be consistent with that. So remember to like and subscribe to join my chaotically creative community and the chaos. I love you guys. Thanks for this request. Put more down below. Bye.